Right, well, wrestling was eventful this week. I'm basically decided rather than film a review of Raw, then a review of like Smackdown, then a review of NXT, like 3 videos, and I'd rather just compact it into one. So, we'll start with Raw and then go through to NXT. Although actually, I'll just get NXT out the way first because not a lot really happened. That tag team, the Machines, are they called the Machines or the Machinists? They're quite ruthless. Would not want to tangle with them. Killing Dane at a match. I really like him. Can't wait to see him actually, break out into the WWE. I think he could have some really good matches. And then there was just that massive women's match, which it was broken up because of disqualifications. I haven't really been watching NXT a lot. I've only just started watching it, but some bitch run down and interfered, and then William Regal came out and was like, right, well, fatal 4-way next week with those 3 women. She was the champion, the women's NXT champion. So, yeah, that's all I can say on NXT. I'm on a level with you. Like, my favourite wrestler at the minute currently is Drew Galloway or McIntyre, or whatever you want to call him. Mainly just started watching NXT because he's gone there. So if that makes me fickle, I'm sorry. Right, let's talk about Raw. So there was that really interesting segment first where Alexa Bliss, she's such a good heel, isn't she? She came out and all the female roster was there, and she basically just rubbed it in their faces that she was champion. Really upset Bayley, and then Bayley threw her off this podium thing, and it broke out into a tag match, which the match was alright. It was a good match. Obviously, it ended with the heels winning. That's what's happening now. The heels are on a sort of run. So yeah, and then was it Enzo and Big Cass next against the Club, right? Well, the thing is, I really like Enzo and Big Cass, and I do like the Club, but we've seen this for so long now. It's just getting, they need to breathe new life into it somehow, and they're not doing that. It's like just a never-ending circle of them fighting and one getting the other upper hand, and it seems like they lose on all the shows, like the Raw shows, and then at an event they win. Yeah, so that's strange. And then, forgive me if I miss anything out, by the way. Then the next thing, right, was Seth Rollins come out, and he was all like, yeah, I slayed the King and I beat Samoa Joe, and next I want the Beast, referring to Brock Lesnar. So, I'd be happy with that if they went that way. And then Finn Balor comes out and he's like, no mate, because I was the first ever Universal Champion, so I'm ready for the Beast. That was pretty cool. And then The Miz come out, and then Dean Ambrose come out. Love Dean Ambrose. Is so nutty. You'd want to hang out with him on a night out, Dean Ambrose. You'd be scared, but you'd want to hang out with him. And obviously, I don't know what that was, by the way. I should probably go check soon. But yeah. So the main event was made, and it was a triple threat between The Miz, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins. And am I right in saying the winner would go against Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title? I'm happy that the main event was to decide a match for the Intercontinental title, because that is a prestigious belt. and it don't get enough love. So next you had Sheamus and Cesaro come out, and basically they just solidified their heel turn. And then the Hardys came out. It was a bit weird because Matt Hardy's sort of on the verge of being broken, and Jeff's doing all the woo. So I don't know what's really happening there. Am I the only one in the world who's a bit like, now it's edging towards the whole broken thing? I'm like, maybe it wouldn't be a good idea. I mean, it probably is going to be a good idea, and it's probably going to make a lot of money, but at the same time, just hesitate. Really, I was just a bit like, trying to think what was next. There was that match with Apollo Crews. Yeah, that happened. I can't really. Oh, actually, something interesting did happen. So Kurt Angle's like just chilling, and then Bray Wyatt introduced himself and did the whole "Oh, you're either with me or against me," and just the classic Bray Wyatt thing. So that was pretty cool. And then the main event was basically The Miz fighting Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. It was a really, really good main event. Like, I really enjoyed it. Thought Raw was a very strong show just because of the main event. And, Bray Wyatt came out. Samoa Joe came out. Basically messed up Finn Balor's chance, messed up Seth Rollins' chance. The Miz won. And now he's going against Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title. So, yeah, that's interesting. Like, we'd never seen it before, except for, obviously, on SmackDown. Speaking of SmackDown, I'm a bit mixed about this. I do think it was a really good show overall, but I'm just confused by the Jericho thing. Like, it's like, he won at Fastlane to lose on SmackDown. Like, did they just change the results last minute? I said Fastlane again, didn't I? Oh, Payback, right. Chris Jericho won at Payback. He won the United States title. This is my problem, right? He's supposed to go on tour with Fozzy soon, he's banned and all sorts. I thought, yeah, maybe he'd drop the belt at Backlash and have one last run with the United States title. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. I'm not really going to talk about SmackDown as a whole because a lot of it was, I didn't really enjoy it. The Jinder Mahal match was a bit weird. I'll tell you what was good, Sin Cara came out. Sin Cara had a match. I haven't seen Sin Cara in ages. I mean, I really like Sin Cara, the second one, not the first one who's dead botchy. But the second Sin Cara came out, and he had a match, and he had the fabulous blue costume, and it was nice to see Sin Cara again. Yeah. Maybe, I like superheroes and stuff. Maybe I just, the whole costume thing probably won me over. But, yeah, that happened. And basically, Kevin Owens invoked a rematch clause. And what really annoyed me is I really wanted to see Jericho go against AJ Styles for that belt. And it just didn't happen. He came out and was ready to be like, oh, Jericho, think you're acing that, showing up on SmackDown. This is my fucking house. I built this place and I'm going to take that belt away from you. Well, long story short, that didn't happen. They do keep having that thing at the minute as well with Carmella and her cronies, and Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. I think this is sad because they should just focus on Charlotte Flair as a heel or a face and just have her going against someone like Becky Lynch. Really good talent. I don't get the whole James Ellsworth thing in Carmella. I think they ruined the show, personally. What else can I say? There was a Jinder Mahal match. That wasn't very good. Dolph Ziggler and obviously beat Sin Cara. Because they're trying to make him look strong before he goes against Shinsuke, and then Shinsuke just ends him, finally. Let's get down to that main event. Just you if you haven't seen it yet, you're a fan, so you're gonna go watch it. So I won't tell you everything that happened, but this is just my overall view. And basically, it kind of ended. I get it, right? Jericho lost the belt to Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is doing this whole Face of America gimmick, so he needed to win the belt back, but we couldn't have had a triple threat. I mean, I thought AJ Styles, pardon me, was the next in line for that belt. It was the number one contender. Maybe I just want to see Jericho versus AJ Styles again, because they're just really good workers. But yeah, Kevin Owens just, he won, basically, and it's just anticlimactic. When Jericho won at Payback, and this is what I was going to say before, like, it's kind of like WWE thought that everybody was going to guess the result and knew Kevin Owens was going to win, so they was like, oh no, we'll change it last minute, Jericho's going to win, and then we'll just give him the belt back to Kevin Owens on SmackDown. It was just anticlimactic. Rush, WWE shouldn't feel like they have to do that anymore. If you're a fan of WWE, then you're loyal enough. Nothing bad's going to happen, you know. So, I was disappointed with SmackDown. And I'm looking forward to my conversation with Jay and Daryl, who are in my band, by the way, because they're big followers of wrestling as well. And they'll probably give me some insight and, convince me somehow that the whole thing was good. They both root for SmackDown majorly. And I'm just a bit more of a Raw guy, me. I will quickly say, though, it was a good idea to leave Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns off the Raw show. I thought that made the show stronger this week, Raw. Not because like no one likes Roman Reigns, blah blah. We've been through that before. I like him a lot, and I think it helped their feud. It left people like, oh, is there something missing from tonight? No, I feel like there was sort of, oh yeah, Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns went on. Oh, well, I'll be looking forward to what happens with them guys next week. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, as a whole, it was, I had mixed feelings about wrestling this week. Raw was a big up, SmackDown was in the middle, NXT was an up. So, I guess overall, the week was pretty good for wrestling. I missed the Cruiserweights out. The Cruiserweights was really good. It was really good. I feel really bad because I can't remember the matches. I know Jack Gallagher was in a tag team match with two other guys. I'm only just getting into the Cruiserweights as well. It's been very hard to follow because it just wasn't interesting for a long time. But now with Neville and Rick Swann and, TJ Perkins, obviously Austin Aries, there's just loads of talent in the Cruiserweight at the minute, so I am enjoying it. But I forgot to mention the whole Cruiserweights thing. Well, I've got a feeling TJ Perkins, who lost to Austin Aries, by the way, I'm sure that's a thing. I'm sure it happened. I'm not imagining them two had a match. I might be wrong. Well, yeah. Cruiserweight was really, really good. I need to start watching 205 Live, but the Cruiserweight segments on Raw was really, really good. So, anyway, this has been my whole weekly review of all the wrestling, and if you liked it, that's cool. Like and subscribe to my channel and stuff, because I'm going to be doing this often. And if you didn't like it, fine. I don't care. Just don't watch. I'm not going to hold it against you. I do want you to actually watch and subscribe, because, that's how YouTube works. Alright, I'll see you soon. Bye.